Williams Show and Monday with the Mayor. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. So today, our host business, oh my goodness, is the fabulous YACHTCATIONS with owner Chris Block. Hey, Chris.
How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. We're so excited to be here. I mean, y'all are both sailors. I am not. I haven't sailed since I was a young one in Lake Charles, Louisiana, where I'm from. But this is fabulous, and we're going to learn what is a yachtcation. And I mean, I was blown away when I walked on to this beautiful catamaran. So I want to ask you. So how long? Now you are actually a captain.
I am U.S. Coast Guard captain.
Wow! Thank you for your service.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. So how long have you been sailing?
Well, I started sailing later in life, I guess, back in 2000. So about 20 years. It's funny to
But you're only
off like it's 20 years.
You're only 32. So how is that even
yes,
possible?
and I'm counting backwards. So it's perfect.
Exactly. My next birthday's 30. Okay, so that's amazing. So how long have you had this business?
The business started in 2010.
Okay.
I was a charter captain in the British Virgin Islands.
Wow.
In 2008, right after Hurricane Ike.
That is amazing.
And so I used to take people around the British Virgin Islands for a week at a time on a catamaran just like this. All-inclusive, food, drink, party, island hopping, scuba, snorkel,
Wow.
you name it.
Okay, so now if a lot of people may be interested to know, how big is this boat? Because if you're talking about giving cruises in the Bahamas for like
Week at a time.
a week at a time, how big is this boat?
Yeah, so this is a 45-foot catamaran. This one is 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Some others are 4-bedroom, 4-bath. So it's easy, very easy to live on a boat like this. It's gigantic. It's got 3 decks, fly bridge, this level and one below. Or it's easily, for a week at a time, run around the islands. You will not be claustrophobic. You won't be, feel like you don't have enough room. The boat is tremendous.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, Mayor, you're actually a very, you're like an award-winning sailor and stuff like that. You do all kind of stuff like that. So, I mean, what do you think the best difference between a catamaran and a regular sailboat is?
Well, the stability. When we've actually done a vacation on a catamaran in the BVI.
A yachtcation.
Yes, a yachtcation for 10 days on a catamaran, and the stability that you get with the catamaran is, the monohulls tend to heel to one side or the other, and that gets to be uncomfortable for some people, especially people who are not used to sailing regularly. So the stability and the space and the comfort of the catamaran is just unbeatable.
Yeah, that's amazing. And Chris and I, when we were talking earlier, a lot of people will take the cruise vacations, like out of Galveston, and so many of my friends actually just on those huge ships can get seasick. One of the best things about it is that Chris was telling me that all of these cute little things you see behind us, they can stay just like that, and they don't move because the way catamarans are built, and so they're very stable. So, and it's very big. I mean, there's seating tables, there's rooms, there's bathrooms, there's kitchen, there's sunning deck. I mean, this is like
That's normally what
a
happens.
dream.
Is somebody suggests like, hey, let's go on a yachtcation, let's take a boat and go sailing for a week. And people are like, oh no, it's too small, it's cramped, we're leaning over. But then they see this, they're like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah.
It becomes, a condominium on the water, and it's just fabulous.
That's right.
Bigger than my first apartment.
Yeah. And this is like awesome. Well, what's amazing is that if you don't have any sailing experience and you don't know anybody who knows how to sail, you don't have to. You actually call Chris, and you have captains that take people out if they don't know how to do it themselves.
Correct.
Correct?
Not only am I captain, we have a long list of captains. We also have instructors. So when you do a yachtcation, you have a couple of choices. You can have a fully crewed boat that's all-inclusive with food and everything else, or you can do it on your own, where you just charter the boat itself, and then you do your own provisioning. You have to be qualified to charter a boat this big and this expensive, but we can get you up and running right out of Key Boardwalk Marina in 10 lessons and have you qualified to charter one of these yourself in here in the Kima area or in the Virgin Islands and the Caribbean.
That is incredible. Now, when we were talking earlier, if you own a catamaran and you would like to charter it, a lot of people nowadays will buy, vacation homes, they buy boats, they buy whatever, because they'd like to make it another source of income, especially if they are not going to be using it the whole year, which is a great idea. You can handle that for them.
We do. YACHTCATIONS is also associated with the Catamaran Company, a yacht broker out of Fort Lauderdale that is a lagoon dealer, is a Fontaine Pajot dealer, the big brands, and we run a full base, charter base out of British Virgin Islands. So you buy a boat, you put it in our charter program, use it whenever you want, but while it's not being used, you earn revenue as the boat stays maintained and other people get to enjoy it.
Yeah, that is amazing. Now, where exactly is this boat located?
This boat right now, we're at the Kima Boardwalk Marina on Catamaran Row. If you could, pan the camera, you could see 8 or 9 different catamarans here. A year ago, there were 0. So the Kima area has become the new hub for catamaran sailing.
That's awesome.
It's continuing to grow.
I like that catamaran row.
Yeah.
That's
Come
pretty
visit
cool.
us at Catamaran Row.
That's right. Okay, so if somebody just wants to call you and say, hey, I'm thinking about this, not really sure, can they call you and just come get a tour?
Yes.
Okay,
By all means, how to reach?
Yes, how do they reach you?
Chris at YACHTCATIONS.com with an S, or 409-682-7745.
That is awesome. Okay, are you on social media?
I am under YACHTCATIONS and Facebook. I'm also Chris Block. I have my own page, and we have a website, www.yachtcations.com.
Okay, so if, y'all are both sailors, so if people are concerned about safety issues, being out on a boat for 5 to 7 days or 10 days or something, tell us a little bit about how the safety regulations work on a sailboat, because that's important to people, especially with kids.
Oh, yeah. Standard life jacket rules and all safety equipment and first aid equipment are always on board every yacht. If you are not comfortable doing it yourself and you hire a professional captain, and the captain of the crew will take care of you during the week. The boats don't move at night in the Virgin Islands. They have to be anchored or moored at a dock. So it kind of cuts down the risk a little bit. But the idea is to have a nice, safe, good time. The Virgin Islands are laid out such that you're not really in the open ocean, but you're kind of close to it.
Yeah.
And you just island hop from breakfast spot to lunch spot to dinner spot. Just so much better than a big cruise, but at the same time a little bit more local for 6 or 8 people to enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
One thing that's essential to the training that Chris's team gives is knowing what to do when somebody falls overboard. You may not be in very deep water, or you might be in a little bit deeper water, but it's really important for everybody on the boat to know exactly what to do when that happens, and that's an essential part of the safety training, as well as the life jackets.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, so Chris, say if we get on the boat, we're about to go on our yachtcation, how long does it take to get to the Virgin Islands or something like that, where our destination's gonna be?
United Airlines has a direct flight from Houston to St. Thomas. It's about 4.5 hours. It's relatively easy. Or you can fly through Puerto Rico and puddle jump right to the British Virgin Islands. So it's 4 or 5 hours, boom, you're in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And it's not just the BVI. It's also, you can do the Bahamas, you can do Belize, so Cancun. This style of catamaran is probably the most popular and readily available anywhere you want to go.
That is exciting. Oh my goodness. So how many people can a catamaran hold for a yachtcation? In case people want to do couples or their whole family?
Yeah, if it's anything that involves overnight, you want to limit it to the number of beds that are on board. So whether it's
no blow-up mattresses. Don't bring all that stuff.
This is a 3-bedroom, so it's obviously 6 people, but there are smaller single cabins in the front, and this table can actually drop down and become another cabin. But anywhere between 6 and 12 people for a boat this size. But we also have boats that go well over 100 feet if you really want, the ultimate experience.
Yeah. Do people ever book like weddings or events on these boats?
We've done 2 weddings on this boat, and I'm sure they were very happy. We've done burial at sea, when somebody wants to spread their ashes.
Love that.
And we kind of mark the spot where the ashes were, so that if they ever want to come and visit again, they can. But yeah, then all the other social events, proms,
Yeah.
high school pictures, you name it. Everything here in Clear Lake and the Kemah area.
Yeah,
It's a
that
good
is.
spot for Miss Kemah and Miss Kemah team to
Yeah.
get photographed.
That's what I'm thinking. That would be
We
awesome.
are available for photos.
Yeah.
Do it for the gram.
That's right. So, okay, Chris, what do you think has been your favorite part about owning this business?
Well, you kind of get to do what you enjoy. I've been in the normal business world, the energy industry, as a director of supply chain, and as fun as that is, but kind of taking your weekend gig and making it your career and your own business, not having to travel to Houston is a huge plus.
Yeah.
I stay away from 45 as best I can, and my commute could either be on a dinghy or a bicycle to where I live over in Waterford. So that's been the best part, is just being able to stay local.
That's right. And this is another reason why everybody loves to have a business right here in Kemah, Texas, because it's beautiful. You're right by the water. And the people are so fun, aren't they? It's just
tons to do, easy to walk and
so
get around.
nice.
And now folks are buying boats like this to use as their weekend home. So
Yeah.
they buy a catamaran, they bring it to Catamaran Row, and they come down on the weekends, enjoy it, and head back to reality, Monday morning.
Yeah, exactly. And Keith Mercado said, "Hey, Chris." And Kelly Schwab
Jeez.
said, "Great job, Chris." And we have so many people watching today. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. Okay, Chris, so one more time,
Yes.
tell us how they can reach you and contact you to either come get a tour, to book something, or to find out more about your yachtcations.
Yeah, and that's the whole idea. It's if you're thinking about doing a vacation on a yacht in the Caribbean or anywhere else, you can do a try before you buy by coming to Kemah and jumping on one of our boats. It's going to be very similar to what you get there. So we're on the internet, YACHTCATIONS.com, Facebook, YACHTCATIONS, and Chris at YACHTCATIONS.com via email, or 409-682-7745.
Awesome.
And we can handle teaching, we can do demo tours, we can sell you a boat, we can take your boat, put it into a charter program. We've got you covered.
Yeah. Okay. So if somebody wants to do a small tour out on the bay, how do you offer those?
We do.
For people as well.
We do. We do sunset cruises that are kind of
nice.
short. We do half-day charters, 8-hour full-day charters, as well as 24-hour charters. You can stay on board and really get an idea of what it's like to live on a big catamaran.
We do like Valentine's Day charters. since
We'd
that's
love to
coming up.
do a Valentine's Day charter, February 15th. Yes. Perfect idea.
14th.
14th. See? I would have been late.
Yeah.
The February 15th tours are on discount.
Right. It's kind of like when you buy roses, the next day.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
February 15th, half price. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it. Okay, this has been so wonderful. Now, a question that a lot of people will want to ask you before we end this segment: are these affordable? Are
Yes.
the charters affordable?
Very affordable.
Okay.
Prices begin at $225 per person, based on a per couple, and depending on how elaborate you want to get, we can staff it with extra people and do wild dinners and champagne brunches, whatever you like. So
Great. So the food is prepared on board.
Yes.
It's not something that
Full
people bring.
kitchen, and
Okay.
we can staff it and provision it any way you want.
Oh my
Make
gosh.
it about what you want, and we deliver it.
Okay, this is awesome. Okay, so the lifestyle of the fun and yachtcation-y people.
All
This
here
is
in
the first
Kemah,
segment.
yeah.
That's right, in Kemah, Texas. Okay, guys, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Chris. This has been awesome.
Yes, it has. Very
Thank you
good.
so much for hosting us today on Monday with the Mayor. We appreciate it.
My
Call
pleasure.
Chris.
Yes.
Get your yachtcation booked today. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you. All right, so now we've got the Mayor of Kemah.
Good morning.
Terry Gale. Good morning, Mayor. Okay, so we've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about
We do.
today. Yes, and Beth said Chris is the best captain ever. She's done many charters with him. Awesome, awesome.
Yes. Chris and I used to race in the same fleet of sailboats, so I've known him a long
Goodness.
time, and he is terrific on a boat. Very coaching, very supportive, and fun to sail with. Very creative.
That is awesome. Okay, Mayor. You know,
Yes.
today, actually, City Hall is closed
It is.
because it's Martin Luther King Day.
Yes, ma'am.
So, happy vacation day.
Yeah.
Even though the mayor's work never really ends.
You know, Martin Luther King Day has a special significance for cities like Kemah because Martin Luther King had such a strong vision for what he called the beloved community. And Martin Luther King Day isn't just a holiday or a vacation day, it's actually a day to serve the community. And most people don't know that. He viewed that there were three evils that would thwart the beloved community. Those are poverty, racism, and militarism. And, you know, included in the militarism in particular are things that are near and dear to my heart, things like fighting against human trafficking. We can talk about that a little bit later. But generally, it's considered a day to serve. And there are so many ways to serve your community. And I know lots of folks watching regularly participate in not only volunteering for the community events we have and the environmental activities like cleaning up, supporting Galveston Bay Foundation in some of their environmental efforts to save the bay, but also volunteering at food banks, and the various shelters, the homeless shelters, the shelters for domestic violence like Bay Area Turning Point and RCC, and another topic near and dear to my heart, the pet shelters like Bay Area Pet Adoptions. You know, there are so many different ways to serve your community, and this is a very important day for that.
Yeah, it's a nice reminder
Yes.
of some of the things that make communities so wonderful. And what's great about Kemah, that we not only work hard to make our city wonderful, but we really are a big part of our community, which I love that. Okay, so on the 22nd of January, which is coming up, you have a drainage plan workshop. So if you live in Kemah and you want to find out more about the drainage, you can attend this. It's open to the public.
Yes, ma'am. We when City Council prioritized our plans for the coming fiscal year, one of the very top agenda item for us was drainage. And we chartered a drainage plan with LJA Engineering. That is the first time there's been a comprehensive master drainage plan for the city of Kemah, including all of the areas. Now it's big, and we've just received our first draft to review. So this workshop on the 22nd, it gives LJA the opportunity, they've gathered a lot of information, interviewed a lot of residents in all of the parts of town, and done a lot of extensive existing situation modeling, as well as projections for modeling what would happen under different scenarios or different types of solutions. This is their chance to present their ideas, get community feedback, get feedback from the council members, and really help people understand how we can fundamentally address the issues associated with drainage that so many residents are concerned about. When I was campaigning, that was really the top thing I heard. People want to know about drainage and flooding. There's so much activity region-wide. So this is really a great chance to give that feedback. And we're also inviting, some of the other folks from around us to participate, not only in the workshop, but in the drainage plan with us. We've been invited to collaborate with the county of Galveston County, as well as neighboring cities like League City, so that collectively, as we look at drainage, which really is a regional problem, it's never isolated to just one neighborhood or even just one part of Kemah. It's a regional problem all over the Houston region. We'll have the opportunity then to collaborate with the neighboring cities, the region, the county, on coming up with solutions that can not only be addressed on a more holistic basis, but funded with county, state, and even federal funds. So that helps a community like Kemah get access to solutions that we might not normally have.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is if you live in Kemah or you are a resident near water, drainage seems to be a year-round issue and concern that Kemah, we've had to deal with a lot of drainage issues, so it's really nice. If you are interested in attending this drainage plan seminar, you can come, and it's the 22nd, which is Wednesday.
Right, at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. at City Hall or the Community
It's at
Center.
Community Center, I believe.
Oh, I promoted City Hall.
Guess we better double check.
Yeah, it's either City Council or City Community Center. So either one, it's in Kemah. So come on.
Right.
Okay, so also, it is time for, if you're interested in volunteering to be a part of the KCDC board, which is the Kemah Community Development Corporation,
Correct.
you are in luck because they are taking applications right now.
Right.
To pick how many.
Just one position.
One position.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about that and what you're looking for, and then we'll talk about where they need to submit their resume.
Sure. KCDC, or the Community Development Corporation, has a charter to really just do that, to help promote the development of the Kemah community, not only from an economic standpoint, but also from really a community support standpoint, including things like parks, street enhancements, etc. Those kinds of projects that really enhance the aesthetics and the livability of the community for the residents and the visitors. So we've had one. The terms are generally 6 years, and we've had one person roll off, because their term finished. Shauna Reed, who made a fantastic contribution. While
We're gonna miss Shauna.
Shauna, if you're watching, we love you. We'll miss you.
She's
and
amazing.
Thank you so much for your years of service.
Wow.
She did a great job. We've got some tremendous members on the committee right now, and that board meets once a month, usually on the second, the night of the second council meeting of the month, which is the third Wednesday of the month. They meet at 6, right before the council meeting at 7.
Okay.
So it's not a tremendous time commitment or constraint, but we're looking for folks that not only have some background and some passion in these topics, but also folks that are willing to, help out when we have some additional, project work going on. And we've seen some just fantastic evolution of folks who get interested in KCDC and evolve from there to greater service.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you've always wanted to really get more involved with the city of Kemah and not sure how you want to do it, this is a great opportunity for you to be a part of the KCDC board, which does a lot of really important stuff in our community, and it's fun. It's a lot of the fun stuff.
And the deadline is this Thursday,
Okay.
the 23rd, to submit a resume and the letter of interest to Debbie Hart, who's our Director of Communications and Marketing for the city. Her email address is dhart@kemah-tx.com.
Okay. And if they want to find out more about how to submit their resume and letter of interest, where do they go?
They can call Debbie directly,
Okay.
call me directly, call City Hall. The number for City Hall is 281-334-1611. That's not a bad place to start. They'll generally know how to direct it, or call or text Debbie or I directly.
Wonderful. Okay, so that was January. We're about to come up on February already, guys. 2020. Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
Already a lot happening. So now there is a Kemah Merchants meeting that has started back up, and if you are a merchant, business owner in Kemah, or just interested in finding out more, this is a great group. And their next event is February 3rd at 6 p.m. at the Hoagie Ranch.
Yeah, the Kemah Merchants Association has really taken off, and I'm so proud of how collaborative our merchants, our businesses in Kemah are with each other, how supportive they are to help each other market and promote the business of the community as a whole. They have a really exciting event coming up in April. I think it's the 18th, called the Crawfest. We used to have a crawfish festival that was run by an external group and was centrally administered in the city parking lot. But this time, the Crawfest actually gives a chance for the businesses to collaborate.
I love that.
On the pricing for the crawfish specials that they have for this one particular day or weekend. And then it actually promotes getting things done in the business. So it's not only a much easier event on the city, et cetera, but it promotes our local businesses and showcases their fantastic crawfish.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Yeah.
That's going to be so much fun, and that's crawfish season is coming up
It
already.
is,
I
yeah.
can't wait. I'm already hungry for it. Okay, so and then on February 4th, it is the Kemah Lions Club.
Mhm.
And what are they doing?
They have their monthly meeting. I was fortunate enough, Police Chief Walter Gann and I were both fortunate enough to be inducted into the Kemah Lions Club last month.
Aw,
And,
congratulations.
yeah,
I
Bill
love
Kerber-
the Lions
Bill
Club.
Kerber sponsored me, so
Yes.
thank you, Bill. And I think Sylvia Streeter sponsored Chief Dant. So very nice to have that kind of sponsorship. But and the Lions Club does so many important community service activities like eye exams for the kids.
Yeah,
and,
wonderful.
you know, just so many different good activities. They've got some events coming up later this month as well, including a casino night.
Yeah.
So
Fun.
great fundraising. And that's our monthly meeting on February 4th. It's usually at the community center. I think this time it's at City Hall because there's a something else at the community center that
Okay, awesome. And Trez Bertucci says, med bugs. That's right. Okay, so council meetings.
Yes.
Or twice a month.
Yes, they
And
are.
the next one is, I mean, not the next one, but the February one is February 5th.
Yeah, that actually is our next
Oh,
one.
it is the next
Yeah.
one. Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, February 5th, and then they're on the first and third Wednesdays of each month at 7 p.m. So February 5th and then February 19th. February 19th will be the same night that KCDC meets.
Okay.
So at the February 5th meeting, we will select, council will select from the applications they receive for the KCDC member,
Yeah.
among other things. There's a lot of important things on the agenda, like, we've been addressing the noise ordinance. We'll be starting to address plans for our drainage activities and funding, etc.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay, guys, and if you haven't noticed yet, if you're anywhere in Louisiana or Texas, it is almost Mardi Gras.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! So Mardi Gras is coming, and we've already started, some of the little bit events.
Mhm.
Queens and kings are getting picked already for cruise, and the balls are coming up. That's so exciting. And, of course, the Mardi Gras parade.
Right.
So, Mayor, tell us a little bit about this, because Cruise into Kemah is February 9th. What is that?
It is a parade, and I am struggling to remember what time the parade is.
Noon.
Noon. Okay, the parade's at noon. I'll be walking with at least one of my dogs again.
Oh.
And we'll have a number of floats and golf carts and folks participating in the parade. It's a fantastic event, and the Crew to Lock has really done a great job of planning fun and fundraising events, community events, to bring people out and to raise awareness about the charities that they support, and just create a fun and community service atmosphere. So there's something just about every month, and the Cruise into Kemah will be a great parade. It's always a fun event. I've participated the last couple of years.
So much fun. And
Yeah.
if you've never been to a Crew to Lock, Mardi Gras parade or whatever in Kemah, it is family friendly fun.
Absolutely.
Because you don't have to go to New Orleans.
Mhm. That's right.
You can come right here to Kemah, Texas, and have lots of fun at our Mardi Gras parade.
Right.
And
so
don't
much
forget
fun.
Mardi Party.
Mardi
afterwards.
Party.
Yes.
What is Mardi Party? That sounds really fun.
After the parade at T-Bone Tom's in
Right.
the backyard.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Mardi Party the public is invited to T-Bone Tom's right after the Mardi Gras parade.
Absolutely.
And we can kind of continue the fun.
Yes.
And you
yes.
can wear all your beads
Right.
that you just got in the parade.
And then the following weekend is on the 15th, which really is the day after Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
On the 15th.
Where all the discounts are going to be happening
Yeah,
in
that's
Kemah.
We'll have the Crew to Lock coronation ball, where the king and queen of the Crew to Lock for this year, who were selected at the King's Cake party a week or two ago, they will be crowned, and that's a fun, formal event. And there will also be the Yachty Gras boat parade that same night.
Yeah, that's so much fun. And congratulations to all the newly picked king, queen, and the court.
Yes.
It's going to be really exciting. That's so much fun.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the 19th is the KCDC and council, and that will be actually one of the first meetings, full meetings with the new KCDC member,
Yes, ma'am.
a part of it. So
Sure
that's
will.
kind of exciting.
Yeah, and they will also pick a new president at that meeting,
Yeah.
because Shauna was the president. So and that's a regular rotational
Yeah.
thing anyway, is to reselect the
Yeah.
officers.
Yeah, that's so much fun. Okay, so if you did not watch the news this past week, and didn't see what was all over Facebook and Channel 2 and things, we actually hosted, the mayor was actually a big part of KEMA hosting a human trafficking kickoff event called Can You See Me?
Yes.
I think. And we've had billboards running in the city on Highway 146 and everything. There was a lot of elected officials and a lot of, several people that were victims of human trafficking and talking, and now with groups that help rescue people from human trafficking. Can you tell us a little bit about this new project that we're all becoming part of, and let people know how they can also be a part of it?
You bet. This campaign, called the Can You See Me campaign, was really kicked off last October by the First Lady of the state, and it's a campaign to raise community awareness about human trafficking and to encourage people who spot the warning signs of human trafficking to report it, to know how to call the hotline, to report it to their local authorities, and also to reach out to the victims and let those victims know, we can see you, we want to help you, so that they start to feel like they have some way to get saved from the situation that they're in. Human trafficking is a huge problem, and it's much broader than we all think. Every day there are over 500,000 predators online stalking children and teens through social media. And in addition to that, there's a tremendous amount of physical trafficking. We all think that, well, it's, immigrants, it's isolated to a certain group of people. No, it's right here. It's everywhere. And it's a frightening thing how pervasive this has become. But this campaign is targeted at over 70 billboards across the state, and the First Lady, has coordinated this program in such a way that progressively each of these billboards is being staged in these high traffic areas. KEMA was selected for that because we have over 60,000 cars that pass through here every day. Amazing number.
Incredible.
But by seeing that billboard, that raises the awareness not only of people to know, what to look for and how to react to it, where to call when they see the warning signs, but it hopefully will reach some of the victims and encourage them to reach out and get some help.
Absolutely. And if you are under the assumption that human trafficking only happens in large cities, it happens everywhere. And knowing the signs of somebody that may be in this situation and asking for help, you can actually call certain of these groups that can help you get your questions answered about how you can help or be, really supportive, and look for these signs that sometimes these victims are giving that people don't know, and I think that is one reason the campaign was named Can You See Me?
Yes.
Because a lot of people may not even know that some of these people, and it is not just females.
No,
it is male and female, so don't let that fool you.
It's children, it's teens,
yes,
it's adults, and the signs can be as subtle as lack of eye contact.
Yeah.
But as we start to become more aware of the issue and aware of the signs and aware of how pervasive it is, we'll know what to look for. We'll know how to encourage and let people know we can see you, and hopefully they can see us.
Yeah.
That we want to help with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll be listing the organizations on City of KEMA TX on Facebook.
Great. The hotline number. Great.
Okay, so Debbie just said that they're going to be listing the organizations of human trafficking support on the City of KEMA website.
Yes.
So you can actually go to the website and find out more information, and we're so grateful that the City of KEMA has become such a big part of this campaign. And if you have any other questions, you can find it on the KEMA-tx.gov. Right, Debbie? .com. What's the website that they can find it?
City of KEMA TX.
Oh, .com.
.gov.
.gov. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
.gov.
Okay.
But let's just go to Facebook for right now.
Okay, go to Facebook right now. It's a whole lot easier to
Yes.
find out that stuff. And really quickly, before we get to the end of the show, Kelly Head. Hey Kelly, Crew Delot does some amazing fun things. Yes, they do. And Brad Bonnie said, Yachtcations is awesome. Great experience on a wonderful boat.
Yes.
Exactly. Hey Bob. Fuller is watching. Hey Brian. Hey Demetrius. Hey, what is up? Okay, guys. So, so we are coming to a close with Monday with the Mayor. But Mayor, I have to ask you.
Sure.
Have you made any New Year's resolutions?
Oh, wow.
And if you have, what is one that you're going to keep?
To declutter.
Declutter. I like it. I like it.
it's been a goal for a long time, and this is the year. This is the year to get it done.
Yeah, that is right.
Well, decluttering can also mean so many different things, and I look around my house and I think, oh, I've got to declutter my paperwork and all of that. But there's a lot of ways to declutter your life.
Yeah,
So.
I like that. Declutter. Maybe we'll have a show on decluttering.
We should actually. We should.
I think we'd have all kind of people in the live audience for that one. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching the Kelly Williams Show today with Monday with the Mayor, and it has been awesome at our host location, Yachtcations, right here in Kemah, Texas, at the Kemah Boardwalk Marina. So have a really great and blessed day. You can catch the Kelly Williams Show every week right here on Facebook Live. And we hope you have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll see you later next time on Monday with the Mayor.